Alrighty, guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. Let's go and take a look at the brand new Carnival LR BROLY. Base BROLY, who transforms into Legendary Super Saiyan BROLY. Seems like he's going to be quite good to me. I'm not sure exactly how good I think this guy is going to be. I could see him maybe even as high as #1, better than Beast. Maybe he's #2, just ahead of Salmax. Maybe he's a little behind Beast and Salmax. I would kind of think that this BROLY is kind of somewhere in that range. BROLY has, to me, what is pretty much the most important thing a character can have, which is the ability to cover slot 1. Most characters nowadays are very competitive, defensively after they attack in slot 2 and slot 3. It's a very common thing for a character to at least be, again, very competitive. But to be good in slot 1 is special, and that's what special characters could do. And BROLY's got that. I think BROLY is going to resemble Beast Gohan. BROLY kind of has... So Beast has his intro for 3 turns. BROLY essentially has God-level defense also the first 3... Like, it's the same as Beast. But then, where the two can differentiate, and what I'm not sure on, is then on the Beast Gohan's 4th turn, Yuga Pop is active. But on BROLY's 4th turn, you don't have something like that. I mean, BROLY does have an active that will buff him, sure, but, we're going to see how that's going to go. So, alright, sure, yep, let's just go ahead and Dokkan Awaken this guy. And let's see what we're going to look like here. Yep, go ahead and get a lot of those Dokkan event medals. I have grinded like crazy to get a lot of those medals up. Alright, so here he is, Big Daddy, LR BROLY. Let me just go ahead and get BROLY up to SA20. Let me get him to max level. And we'll go ahead and take a look at how nasty this BROLY is going to be. I think he's going to be a very, very good character. No stupid conditions, no bullshit, just pure greatness is all we're going to be getting from this guy. Oh, that does look fire. Yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. Okay, so it was at this exact moment where I realized I have not heard the Japanese animations yet. Oh my god, did we get a good enough opening rotation? Alright, so a funny thing happened. LR Turles drops, and it's like, oh, he could be really nasty with a Bojack, like Bojack shit. He could be pretty good. And then, oh, it's a BROLY movie celebration. But then, oh, Turles is actually going to work really well on BROLY's team. Movie Boss, 200%. Cell Max is at full power on this team, provided you have another Super Boss ally in the team. So as long as you have AGL LR BROLY, or you have BROLY Chan Limo, we are going to be able to use Cell Max at 100% full power on this team. So we have full power Cell Max. BROLY's ridiculous. Turles is going to be crazy as a slot 3 support unit. BROLY Chan Limo, probably the same thing. This is a team, we don't need BROLY Chan Limo slot 1 7 orbs or we lose. Like, we could kind of just do whatever with BROLY Chan Limo. They could just be sitting in slot 3. We could probably set them up with orbs much easier with this team. We basically have characters who aren't going to struggle for key. This is a powerful setup, I think. Right? Like, they give us Selma, and this is where I have been stressing Dokkan, the release schedule in 2024 has been really good. Because it's like Cell Max, was so good for super bosses, and now he's going to be great for movie bosses as well. So, alright, now BROLY, one of the reasons BROLY is going to be an incredible, amazing, fantastic, stupendous, awesome, jaw-dropping W release, the boy's got no restrictions whatsoever. You know what's fun? When you have a dominant mega boss character who has no restrictions. No restrictions is fun, right? Leaders of teams should not have restrictions, and that's what BROLY doesn't have, is restrictions. So, remember, in base form right here, he can't attack. Can't do anything. And for 1 turn, he gets his intro. He has 90% damage reduction in slot 1, 70% damage reduction in slot 2 or 3, and then he gives Extreme Class Allies a 50% chance to crit, and Extreme Class Allies 2 key, and 60% attack and defense in slot 2 or 3. He's obscene. Like, that's obscene. That's insane. Now, the thing is, it's not necessarily the best to blitz bosses as fast as possible. That's the only thing. On Broly's own team, we could, like, on this turn, I could get away with Broly in slot 2 easily, which I'll do right now. So I mean, we're gonna, dude, we are going to decimate. There's no point in giving Broly orbs or anything. By the way, Broly also has 200% defense at the start of turn, and he's guarding. So he's going to be guarding with 70% damage reduction or 90% damage reduction in slot 1. But Broly can only be like that on his first turn, by the way. On Broly's second turn, all he has in base form is unable to attack, 200% defense, and guard. That's all he has on his second turn in base form. So it's set up to where you could comfortably just stay in base form, and then you could transform on your second turn. Now, if we really wanted, we could have just transformed into Legendary Super Saiyan Broly right away, if there is a real need for us to do that. Yeah, so Cell Max is going to be ridiculous on this team. I just, you know, it's just Cell Max is crazy, man. Like, he's just absolutely insane. All right, perfect. AoE super attack, let's see. Double digits, 41k at 55%, and 200k right there. 55%. That's what the boy is looking like, huh? Ah, Broly. Yeah, Broly looks good. Guys, he's looking pretty good, guys. Oh, bye. Get one turned, pussy. Yep, bye. Yeah, we're in good hands now. So, here's the thing. A team can really quickly become very good when the leader character is really dominant too. And that's exactly what's going to happen for us. Okay. So, we could... Actually, a tad scary for Broly Chan Limo right here. Not going to lie. That's 6. Okay. As long as they don't get supered, I'm sure they'll be okay, though. Alright, so the friend Broly is also 55%. So we have him in slot 1. He's guarding with 90% damage reduction. I just, like, you cannot understate how good it is to be able to have 90% damage reduction. That's like one of the strongest assets we could have, is a character with defensive potential on that level. That's one reason I love LR Jiren so much. I think LR Jiren is a fantastic character. And it's like his standby, you know, even though he can't attack, having impenetrable defenses is really good. Having some of these characters around is not going to be a bad thing whatsoever. Alright, good dodge. A lot of times, Broly, Chan, Lemo, they're going to be fine. You know, from a lot of normals after they super, because they're going to get extra, you know, they get some damage reduction and stuff like that, but... Alright, so, yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll just transform into Broly right as well. Bin Shimada's the GOAT, man. That's so fire. Whew. Alright, so we got Big Daddy out here. LR Broly. Key, I guess, seeming to potentially be a little bit of an issue. He does build up Ki as he attacks, though. Broly builds up 1 Ki up to 5, 10% crit up to 50%, with each attack performed. He does get another 3 ki and 50% crit against a Pure Saiyan or Earthbred fighter enemy. I guess we will need to show that at some point during the video. Now, this is going to help. We're going to be able to have most of our links activated with AGL LR BROLY. We can have 6 out of 7. Now, Berserker in a lot of situations is probably going to end up being worthless. But if we are able to get that up, remember, Berserker is 30% attack under 50% HP. Both TEQ BROLYs have it, AGL BROLY has it, and Cell Max has it. So, I mean, basically, the core of this team, the 3 Brolys and Cell Max, all have Berserker. The problem is that we have to be below 50% HP for it to trigger. Alright, let's see how we do. We can just float Cell Max, no big deal here. Cell Max is not going to be the focal point of this video. Alright, so again, we got a lot of links up. Let's just see what BROLY does right here, and then we'll talk about kind of like his kit and stuff like that afterwards. So BROLY has 76% damage reduction right here. Now, okay, I really want to see this. How much do we take right here? 20k? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, okay. I mean, that's a 2 million Super Plus boss, right? I think the build for this guy, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Raw defense. Number 1, give him raw defense. That 200% defense BROLY gets before attacking and guard as first attacker in a turn is huge. By the way, the bastards couldn't give him the 200% defense just before attacking. That would have protected him against AoEs in all slots, but he only has the access to that as first attacker in the turn. I'm not really too concerned about the TEQ Pan slot for BROLY. Well, his 18 key only does give him 50% attack stack. And then his 12 key, he does get defense there. Could the TEQ Pan slot be an issue for him? No, because he does also get 150% attack and defense on Super. I don't think the TEQ Pan slot should be an issue. Because, I mean, if he's guarding with 50% damage reduction after supering, no. He won't have any issues getting supered in the TEQ Pan slot. Definitely not. Alright, so we'll transform with the second BROLY here. And then we'll get on to talking about him. Yeah, this is going to be a buzzsaw team, by the way. We're going to be able to mash and thrash these bosses pretty easily. Alright, so let's just quickly discuss what it is that BROLY is doing here. So, start of turn, he gets 3 key, 260% attack and defense. Pretty good. He gets 50% damage reduction start of turn. And then, for the first 3 turns, he has 26% damage reduction extra. So, that's why I said he resembles Beast Gohan to an extent. Because Beast Gohan, his intro is 5 turns. Which means you get 3 rotations of Beast Gohan's intro. For BROLY, turn 1, you could stay in base, invincible. Then you transform, and he has the extra damage reduction for 3 turns. So it amounts to Beast and BROLY having that extra defense for the same length of time. So, you know, when I've been seeing people for months talk about, oh, he's not that crazy when his intro's out, I will be curious to see if people talk about that with this BROLY. But I want to see him Rainbow, Link level 10. I want to see how effective that 200% defense before attacking really is. When he's got 50% damage reduction and guard against some of these big bosses. If that extra damage reduction is off, I think Goku and Frieza and Bulma probably could one-shot him. Probably, but we'll see. Although with this team, it probably would be fairly easy to incinerate Goku and Frieza, I think. So yeah, he gets the 50% damage reduction baseline, and then he gets an extra 26% damage reduction for 3 turns. He gets 150% attack and defense on Super. He gets 1 key up to 5 and 10% crit up to 50% with every attack performed. He has a guaranteed additional as a high chance to be a Super within the same turn after receiving an attack. Then he gets 200% defense before attacking and guards all attacks as a first attacker in the turn. He gets a guaranteed additional Super as the second or third attacker in the turn. He gets 3 key and a 50% chance to crit against Pure Saiyan or Earthbred category enemies. And then he gets an attack break once per turn when key is 24. So, needless to say, he has quite a bit. Key looks like it potentially could be a bit of an issue, though. I mean, we're not really even close to 24 keys so far, but he does need to do a couple of attacks to build up first anyway. What are we at right here? 13 million. Okay. Now, on this next turn, my Broly would have already done a couple of attacks. And remember that, oh, we get the KO screen. Yes, dude. That's a good one. That's a good one. That is a good one. Now, Broly does stack attack on every 18 key super he does. Oh, yeah. Right. I can't forget this. So, this is going to be huge. So, Broly's active. You could do this on his second turn in Legendary Super Saiyan form. And he does get a permanent 3 key from that. And permanent 26% attack and defense. That's a huge number, man. Look at his defense. 209k. Let's pop the active and let's see what it jumps up to. Bro, that is so crazy that they actually gave him that. So should we just reset the turn and watch him kill Paragus again? Bro, he got basically 60k defense from that. When he's rainbowed with defensive equips, bro, that active, this Broly is crazy, man. I'm just looking at him at 55%, and I'm pretty excited. This is the type of character. This is a Big Daddy level character. I probably should put him in slot 2, actually, damn it. Because we're not going to get hit before we attack, which means we're not going to get the additional in slot 1. Although I probably do want him guarding. Yeah, nah. It was better we put him in slot 1, because we would not want him at 55% to not guard against this guy. Probably wouldn't be a good idea. Harudegarn? Yeah, dude. We need Harudegarn to come through. Sidra in here, I mean, he can do a lot of AoEs, as you guys could see, so he could crush us if Sidra really wanted to. Although, to be fair, if we take a lot of damage, we could do the thing, which is get Berserker up. Although, I mean, this says 55% Link level 1, so Berserker is obviously not going to be as powerful as it could be, but not bad. Alright, so in a second here, we're going to be able to also transform EGL Broly and get his domain out. But yeah, as I said before, I do think kind of the best thing to do with this LR Tech Broly is give him raw defense. I think raw defense is huge on this guy. So you give him raw defense, and then, you know, I do hate that it always comes to this, but yeah, dodge, man. Yeah, dodge. He doesn't need crit at all. I mean, raw attack, I think, could be good. Additional, certainly, to get him built up. I mean, I could see, like, people are going to give him 30 additional and shit like that, which is, I don't know that he quite needs that much. But, I mean, it'll be helpful. Because, remember, he builds up just by attacking. So, it's not, like, this Broly, he doesn't need to super to get his build up. That's good. I always really like that. Yeah, I mean, let's just watch it again. I'm watching it. Let's watch it again, yeah.
どこへ行くんだ? お前と一緒に避難する準備だ。一人用のポットでか?
Paragus, man. Paragus gets it rough, dude. He gets crushed. Dude, it's crazy. All right, let's, so we get a nice little juice session from that right there. I think I'll leave Cell Max on rotation, actually. And let's go ahead and see how we're going to do. We'll hit this. Broly, Chi, and Limo, they're really not going to be the craziest without some type of orb changer, huh? Broly will eat this fine. He should. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, after the active goes up, his stats are going to get huge, man. It's really good. What's the damage at? 16 million? Now, if we fight an Earthbred Fighter or Pure Saiyan, we're always going to be able to have those abilities up. Oh, damn. It's actually going to be very difficult to see... Because Broly's an AoE character, which means it's going to be tough to, like, let him stack up for a while in, like, some fight or something like that. We do need to go fight an Earthbred Fighter enemy, though. And just, you know, we need to see what he looks like with all, you know, his extra stuff up, for sure. Alright, so we can transform Broly now. So we're 55% AGL Broly, that is. Rumshi is potentially a little bit scary. I think Rumshi does hit pretty hard. Let me double check exactly what the stats are that Rumshi is going to hit us with. Oh, that's what it was. Rumshi stuns. Stuns and gives a 40% defensive debuff. I don't want TEQ Broly to get annihilated by that. Look at this turn, though. TEQ Broly is now at 24 key. Oh, that's AGL Broly's domain, right? Isn't that an effect he gives? Is it when he uses his active skill, he gives key? Let me double check that. Or, not his active skill, excuse me, his domain. Where is the domain section here? Yeah, he gives extreme class allies 4 key, right? Oh, that's like pretty much never been a big deal. Like that key right there, like these villain teams have not really been struggling for key. Like these teams Broly's been running have not been like teams that struggle for key. But now that extreme class allies key 4 for 4 turns, that's definitely helpful for TEQ Broly. Okay, I guess we'll leave TEQ Broly in slot 1 right here. We could see how well he could tank if Rumshi decides to super attack. Rumshi does have a defensive debuff as well. He's only supering for 1.8 million, so I guess it's not the craziest ever. But with the defensive debuff, we're going to feel it for sure. 361 he's at right there. Damn, okay. Bro, I think this Broly is going to be really stupid. Alright, let's see. 55%, so we're not able to dodge it. Damn, that's good. I feel like that's really good. 55%. Yeah, he's him. He's different. Being able to run the Brolys together is going to be crazy. AGL Broly is going to be... This is going to be a nice setup for him. I think Movie Bosses is probably outright a better team than Super Bosses because of LR TEQ Broly. Super Bosses does not have the slot 1 defensive characters. Now we have Legendary Super Saiyan Broly for Movie Bosses and Cell Max. I mean, Cell Max... As the fight goes on, Cell Max is not able to do slot 1 anymore. So, yeah. And then AGL Broly, I mean, he's going to be very effective just sitting here in slot 2, just like this. Right? Like TEQ Broly is allowing him to just sit there and do his thing. We're going to have the domain up. Movie Boss is going to be a very fun team. And then don't forget, Movie Bosses is very we're going to get a bunch more characters. We know Int Broly is going to EZA. I think there's a really good chance Bio Broly or whatever could be in part 2 as well. Oh, god damn it. You know what I just realized? I recorded this before Broly came out. Or I recorded the LR Turles long video before Broly came out. And now I'm going to put that video up afterwards. And the comments are probably going to be filled with, why aren't you using Broly? Oh. Dude. No. Alright, yeah, Broly seems crazy. I mean... Let's definitely get some footage. Let's see him, you know, since he gets a lot of extra crit and stuff like that against an Earthbred Fighter character. I always like to show those abilities. So let's do that as well. All right, guys. Well, you know what's really good is... Okay. A lot of times, oh no, we got the leader plus friend unit rotation. That's really bad. Well, not this time, I suppose, because we could just transfer my Broly right away. Wha-bam. There we go. And we're going to be fine. And now this Broly could give the monster godly support right there. Perfect. Yeah, that's going to work pretty well. Let's go ahead and see how this goes. So I did just want to get a little bit of footage with TEQ Broly going up against a pure Saiyan enemy or an Earthbred Fighter enemy so that we were able to get, you know, his extra abilities. Which is an extra 3 key and 50% crit. if there's a Pure Saiyan or Earthbred Fighter category enemy. Perfect. Yeah, his animations look really good. This is going to be a great character, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to get the boy rainbowed and see how filthy he's going to be. Man, I really want... So, again, I'm definitely giving him that raw defense. Going to give him as much dodge as I can after that. I really wish I could get more additional somehow. Like, I definitely want to make sure... I don't know. I just see a lot of turns where I get one super attack in my future, unfortunately. And it's just kind of, you know, it is what it is. I will do this. And we'll float off AGL BROLY. Yep. So that'll, then, if we might finish this run off, and then we'll be able to have AGL BROLY transform, get that domain up on turn 6, along with my TEQ BROLY right here. Yeah, so TEQ BROLY looks really good. I feel like we've covered pretty much everything he does at this point. We talked about his active. We've gotten his super, stuff like that. Remember, BROLY is stacking attack, so he's just going to increase his damage the more and more he super attacks, which obviously will be good, right? You know, getting a little bit of extra damage. I think that could really assist him quite a bit against Goku and Frieza. You know, if we're going to get damage check bosses, having some attack stacking could be good. A lot of times I'm not... Oh, hit him with 10 system additional super. Clutch. A lot of times I'm not the biggest with, like, attack stacking if it's not with a purpose, like leading up to a big, like, active skill attack or something like that. But after the Goku and Frieza damage check bullshit, not really quite as much of an issue. All right, so let's go ahead and get the, you know, the BS going right here. So we get, you know... Paragus is now dead. Bye, Paragus. Yeah, I could hit this right there. Then we could hit this right there. Bam. And that'll get BROLY up to 24 key. Perfect. He's going to get a couple of links up next to BROLY, Chia, and Lemo. He does have some different links, actually, in base versus transformed. Right? Like, if we take a look at it real quick. In base form... BROLY's link set, he has Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepare for Battle, Berserker, Saiyan Lineage, Hardened Grudge, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Hardened Grudge, of course, is it's like a grudge against King Vegeta or some shit like that is what it's called in Japanese. And then his link set, once he's transformed, Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepare for Battle, Shocking Speed, Super Saiyan, Berserker, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Alrighty, let's see how we do right here. We should do devastating damage to Evolution Blue Vegeta. This will be our last turn of crazy defense. Alright, let's see how we tank this. This Vegeta, I mean, this defensive debuff is nasty right here. Damn. And 55% BROLY just eats it. He's taking some damage from normals right there, though. Yeah, I gotta see this guy rainbowed. Rainbow defensive equips. Let's see how much of a beast, how much of a baller he's gonna be. And that 12 key super attack animation. Dude, that point right there is so fire. Yeah, you're dying. He pointed at Vegeta, said, yeah, get ready to get killed, bitch. You're done. Goodbye. BROLY, Chia, and Lemo are going to be an issue on this team. Just doing, like, this video so far, I feel like there's been quite a few chances that they've had to be exposed to a lot of damage. So I'm going to have to be very, very careful with that. They're definitely the first character getting replaced off of this team. I'm getting rid of them before I get rid of Hirudegarn off of this team. If we have a lot of orb changers for them, you know, they could be pretty good. But, I mean, if we don't have the orb changers, I'm probably just going to run Hirudegarn instead. Alright, well, that's pretty much going to be that. There is 55% Carnival LR BROLY. Yeah, he's definitely a devil, alright. He's up there. I'm not super sure. I need to see how BROLY is going to do against a lot of these bosses first. Like, I need to fight Goku and Frieza, fight Bulma, see how BROLY performs against a lot of these big bosses. I don't think BROLY is going to be better than Beast from what I've seen. I think BROLY could be close to Beast, but it's like, yeah, like without one of those Team Protector abilities, it does matter. And it's like Beast has 1 additional turn of mega defense compared to what Broly has because of that active, right? But I don't know. We'll see. We will see. All right, guys. So there was LR Broly. Very impressive. This is definitely just a great character. Fantastic character. Very, very pleased with what we saw here. So this is Universe Devastating Combat Power. We're synced, so I'm going to be able to always do these breakdowns with actually accurate translation. It's going to be awesome. Leader skill, movie bosses, category key 3, 200% the stats. It's now good, because, you know, they made super bosses a priority. You know, we got Cell Max, and we got Dragon Ball Super Broly, you know, added, and then bam, you know, those characters are ready to go for movie bosses as well. So the schedule, really good this year. Passive skill, Surge of Emotion. So Broly cannot attack in base form. He has an intro, and then for 1 turn, in slot 1, he has 90% damage reduction. In slot 2 and 3, he has 70% damage reduction. And if he's in slot 2 or 3, he also gives Extreme Class Allies 50% chance to crit, and Extreme Class Allies 2 key and 60% attack and defense. I'll tell you guys this. If he had 1 more turn of this ability, I think that at that point I would really entertain this guy as, like, maybe number 1. I think that's the difference. Like, if this said 3 turns, so just 2 rotations, right? If it said 3 turns, he might be number 1. I mean, I still need to see what Legendary Super Saiyan Broly looks like against some of these big bosses. But, you know, remember, in his transformed state, that extra damage reduction he has for 3 turns. So we would just be able to extend him having full defensive power even 1 turn deeper, which would encompass the entire fight. So it's like he would, you know, that's the difference between this guy being probably 1 and, you know, maybe like 3 or something like that, is this being 1 turn or 3 turns. Like, that's, you know, this guy, I don't really have criticisms for this character. There's not really much. Maybe his 18 key super and transform state could give him a little defense, but this guy's looking good. He gets 200% defense start a turn, and then he's also guarding as well. He has an active skill transformation, which you could do whenever you want. That's it. Whenever you want. That is a good transformation condition. Literally whenever the fuck you want. Thank you, Dokkan. Links, Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepare for Battle, Berserker, Saiyan Lineage, Hardened Grudge, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. So that covers that. 12 key multiplier, 150%, 24 key multiplier, of course, is 200%. Normal stuff there. Remember, again, Broly cannot attack, so he doesn't have any super attacks or anything like that in his base form. In terms of the category teams that we have with Broly, so he, of course, is on movie bosses, which now is going to be very interesting. Definitely looking forward to Int Broly and other characters. Once Int Broly comes out, I could just get Broly, Chan, Lemo off this team, and we're going to be looking real good. Then Broly, of course, is also a Pure Saiyan category character. Pure Saiyan's looking very, very good right there. Broly is also on full power, which means he's on Dragon Ball Super Broly's team also. That's good. Then Broly is on Target Goku. Maybe that one day could be an interesting team. I definitely think it could be. Broly is also, of course, on Exploding Rage. A lot of good characters over here. Broly is also on Inhuman Deeds. We still have not gotten, like, a real Inhuman Deeds leader. It's crazy, but we still haven't. Then right here, this is Planetary Destruction. So he is I mean, he's a first form Frieza buff. Yeah, no doubt about it, actually. Absolutely. I mean, so now it's like we could have this guy in one rotation and Hirudegarn on the other. It's not a terrifying conquer for Frieza, but, like, that's still helpful. Yeah, I mean, he's going to help Frieza for sure, now that I'm really thinking about it. Broly, of course, is also on the Legendary Existence category team. Oh my god, he would be so good for that mission. Yeah, guys, every time they drop a ridiculous mission, and then they drop shit like this afterwards. Right, this Broly will decimate that Blue Kaioken Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta fight. Oh my god, he'll destroy it. That's so crazy. Then Broly, of course, is also on Power Beyond Super Saiyan. This could be a fun team at some point, for sure, for sure. Broly is also on the Transformation Boost category team. Another elite character onto here, which is good. And then finally, Broly is on the brand new category, Uncontrollable Power, is what this category is right here. I think it's a very good chance that Part 2 LR will be either Broly from Movie 10 or Bio Broly, and this will be one of their leader skills. I think the Broly would be a Dokkan Fest exclusive. So this Broly, you know, this Broly we're looking at here, he's a Carnival LR. I think the Part 2 LR would be a Dokkan Fest exclusive character. So that Uncontrollable Power would be one of several leader skills, which Uncontrollable Power as one leader skill is trash. If they have multiple leader skills though, that's going to be good. So remember, Broly could transform, and it's literally just whenever you choose. Whenever you decide you want to transform is when you could transform into Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, where his passive changes, he gets super attacks, some of his links change, all the good stuff right here. So now he's Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Passive is Outburst of Instinct. He gets 3 key, 260% attack and defense at the start of turn. He gets 50% damage reduction at the start of turn. And then for 3 turns from his, first turn, he gets an extra 26% damage reduction. So 76% damage reduction, pretty good. He gets 150% attack and defense on Super. He gets 1 key up to 5 and 10% crit up to 50% with each attack performed. He gets a guaranteed additional. There's a high chance to be a Super after he receives an attack. He gets 200% defense before attacking and guard as the first attacker in the turn. He gets a guaranteed additional Super as the second or third attacker in the turn. Then he gets 3 key, 50% crit against a Pure Saiyan or Earthbred Fighter category enemy. And then he has an attack break once per turn when key is 24. So, looks good. Again, I don't really have criticisms or changes for this character. It looks good. Active skill, Saiyan Killer Instinct. So you could do this on your second turn as Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. And he gives you 3 key and a permanent 26% attack and defense in battle. That's huge. It's not like a small, just start of turn 26% attack and defensive. It's a monster buff. Hugely powerful active skill right there. His 12 key super attack is the Meteor Crush. He gets 30% attack and defense at the start of turn and does colossal damage to the enemy. His 18 key super attack is the Blaster Meteor, where he gets a 50% attack stack and then does mega colossal damage to all enemies. Yeah, 50% attack stack is nice with Goku and Frieza as like a damage check boss. And then, of course, it is an AoE as well, so this guy will be good for AoE fights. There is actually new missions added to that Cyberman event, too. And then his new link set of Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepare for Battle, Shocking Speed, Super Saiyan, Berserker, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Yeah, there it is. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Very impressive character. Here's his 200% leader skills. I guess, his own. AGL, Broly, Hirudegarn, and Frieza. Frieza's team is going to be legitimately a lot better with Broly added to it. Like, actually. So now we can run Z Broly. We have Jiren on there as well. Hirudegarn. LR Turles. Yeah, Z Broly just getting added to it is massive. And LR Turles as well. So that's 2 nice characters added to Frieza's team. So that team is coming together a little bit more now. And then here's just his best linking partners. This is him in base form. And here's him transformed. So transformed, he does have 6 links with AGL Dragon Ball Super Broly. So they're going to be a dream team combo. So let me know what you guys think of Legendary Super Saiyan Broly right here. He's a bad boy. My gut is telling me this is like a top 3 character probably. He seems really, really impressive.